Here we go.
Okay. Hey, I'm John Neely, past district governor for District 6920. We're here with our friends Ravi and Raji from India. Both are past district governors.
Hi. Hey.
And Ravi is coming through Southeast Georgia on his way to the Atlanta Convention, which happens in about 10 days. And he is visiting Savannah and then going from today to Jesup. He's been in Savannah a couple of days, and then we'll be in St. Simons for a few days, and then up to Atlanta for the actual convention. But he is sharing information with us about our partnership that we've been working on him for 4 or 5 years, working with him on doing humanitarian projects, global grant projects, and he will tell you about that in a moment. But in addition, we're planning while he is here the group study exchange program that will be happening in January, February, probably the middle of January to the middle of February, where a team of Rotarians and non-Rotarians will be going to India, to his district, to see the actual projects that we have been working on for many years. So we're real pleased to have that Ravi and Raji took time to come to Savannah, because we've emailed with them and maybe seen them at Rotary meetings, but to actually spend a couple of days with them. They stayed in my home, which was a real pleasure. They liked our dog, Maggie, who was there. So let's let Ravi talk a little more about our projects and the GSE.
Hello, friends from 6920. It's been a great pleasure for me and Raji to be here in Georgia, and we're really enjoying our stay. I've primarily come to thank you for your great support to our projects in India. Over the last 4 years, we've done projects worth more than $1 million and impacting several thousands of lives in the areas of literacy, in the areas of ending poverty, and in the areas of healthcare. And I thank all of you for supporting your projects, and I would also like to welcome you to our district, that is the state of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, where we would want you to come in the month of January as a part of the group study exchange program which we are planning. It's going to be an exciting time for you, and your district is planning to send Rotarians, non-Rotarians between the age group of 25 to 40, and all expenses paid, and who will of course be led by a senior Rotarian leader. So I'd love all of you to come there. You will have some fabulous and exciting time looking at a different culture, different country, and of course you can also visit the projects which you have supported.
So tell me, how did you guys meet? Is this the first time that you met?
Well, go ahead.
Well, it was Rotarian Hamsa Tota, who is going to be the leader of the district governor-elect, and he's been to India, and he first wrote to us regarding the tricycle project with the support of a local foundation called the 3H. And he was wanting us to do tricycles, 337 of them. And we were able to do 600 tricycles with the local contribution. So as you would say, we gave more value to the buck. And Hamsa was there, the Rotary International President, the then President Sakuzi Tanaka, and several Rotary International leaders were there at the celebration, including the trustees of the 3H. And Hamsa Tota was very impressed with the work we do, the identification of the patients and the documentation, the reporting, and the stewardship of the funds that they were deployed. And so our partnership stuck, and it grew now that we could do more than $1 million. We look forward to a beautiful strategic partnership with the district, which will be long-ranging, especially to help the girl children in schools, in our Save Our Schools initiative.
Yeah, talk a little bit more about that.
We launched this initiative called Save Our Schools and convert them into happy schools. In India, the government schools, which are run by the state, do not have adequate infrastructure. They woefully lack infrastructure, which means children sit on the floors. They do not have facilities to go for sanitation and toilets. They do not have water facilities, and the school environment itself is not very happy. So there is a huge dropout ratio. The girls drop out after puberty because they have no place to go for a toilet. So they just don't want to study. Even if they come to the school, they don't drink water, which is again a big problem. So Rotary, thanks to the support of Rotarians, we have launched a program called the Wash in Schools, which means water and sanitation and hygiene. So we introduced this program in what we call as the WINS, Wash in Schools program. And we are now converting schools, providing them basic infrastructure, providing them sanitation, providing them safe quality drinking water as good as your Aquafina through the reverse osmosis plants. And we are also providing them menstrual hygiene, counseling them on menstrual hygiene, and ensuring that the schools become happy schools.
That's beautiful. So tell me, if somebody is not a Rotarian watching this, what would you tell them about the reasons to join Rotary?
Oh, Rotary is a magic world, and I would encourage each one of you to join Rotary, because Rotary helps you understand international friendship. It helps you to break barriers of culture. It helps you to break barriers of religion. It breaks many myths about other countries. It helps you to do good in the other parts of the world. If you are not a Rotarian, probably you want to do something in India, it's not just possible. But being a Rotarian through the Rotary organization, you can do wonders in the other parts of the world. Remember, all parts of the world are not same. So it should be our duty to help the other parts where they are not as good as we. So God has endowed us with a lot of things, so it is our duty to share it with others and ensure that the world at large is at peace with itself.
You know, if I can comment on the same thing, the Rotarians, you go to their clubs and do their weekly meetings and enjoy the fellowship, and which is wonderful, and they do projects in their own communities. But participating in a global grant project in India or Brazil or Sri Lanka or Mexico or anywhere we've done global grants, it really gives you a sense of how international Rotary is. And you can really make a difference in people's lives. You can save lives. You can improve lives tremendously. So our district has been particularly active in, I guess, probably half of the clubs in the district have done global grants in the last 3 or 4 years. And we hope to do more in the future.
So what's the process of doing that? So if you have an idea, run me through a case study of how that would happen, so to help other people understand it.
Well, first of all, we have strategic partnerships established with clubs and districts in India,
right,
and Brazil, and Sri Lanka. We're working on a project in Guatemala now. So clubs could either begin to work with us on those existing projects that we are carrying out now, because we can use all the money we can bring into a project to have such a greater impact. Or sometimes club members will have contacts either going to the Rotary Convention in Atlanta or otherwise where they've met Rotarians that might in their local communities have a need, have an idea for a project.
Okay, that's what
And we can work with them to help develop the project. I guess I am Global Grants Chair to help clubs and individual Rotarians begin to take an idea into a real project that happens on the ground. So we can help with the project planning. We can help make contact with Rotarians in other countries. We can liaison with Rotary International in Evanston. We can help fill out the application, and it can be a bit intimidating. But really, when you break it down to details, it's not. It's pretty simple. If there's a need, we can figure out a way to get through the application process.
Well, thank you all for being on.
I'll just add.
Yep.
Well, also the biggest advantage in a global grant structure is that your $100 will possibly become $400. So it's a good way to leverage your money and to do better and good in the world.
Well, wonderful. Thank you for being on Rotary TV.
Okay. Thank you.